I just want to make a quick video showing off the TV that I use in my game room. This is a Sony Trinitron KV-27V42, and it's not super highly sought after because it doesn't have any RGB inputs, but this does have a really cool feature that I haven't seen on a TV before. And this feature is really useful if you're someone that wants to capture video games, or maybe capture VHS footage, or stream games that you're playing. So let's go around back and I'll show you the inputs and we'll take a look at this. So around back we have what looks like your usual inputs. We have RF here, we have S-video, which is nice, and then the S-video input is shared with a composite input here. And then we also have another composite input, and then around the front there's a third composite input. So overall this has 3 video inputs and an RF input. But here we have, if you can read that, it says out. So we have composite out and RCA audio out. And then there's also another audio out if you need speakers or whatever. So here's how I use this. I have everything up and going here, and I have the output of the TV feeding into my capture card through composite, and over here I have OBS running where I can capture whatever is being displayed. So if I switch the inputs, here I have N64 going through composite, here I have a VHS tape going through composite, and then this is just RF, so I can change the channel. It doesn't show the channel number in the top right, but here I have on channel 3 I have an Atari 2600 just going through RF. You know, my Atari is not modded for composite or anything like that, so it can be kind of tricky to capture RF. In the past I've used VCRs, which can be hit or miss. I've had some VCRs that allowed you to take RF and then spit it out through composite, and I've had multiple that have not done that. It would only let you take composite and then output composite. And then if we cycle back around, this is the S-video input running a 3DO. So you can see how this would be really convenient because I don't need any sort of splitters. I don't need any switch boxes because I have plenty of inputs on the TV itself. I don't need a VCR to do any sort of modulation. This TV is kind of nice because all the controls you need are right here, so I don't even need the remote. I can just switch the input right here and control the volume with it. So essentially I just leave my capture setup plugged into the TV constantly, and I'm ready to go whenever I need it. This little capture card I have I think is like 15 years old. It's the Pinnacle 500 USB, and it's kind of the precursor to the Pinnacle Dazzle capture cards. And because the Dazzles were so popular, you can still find drivers that work with Windows 10. This does have an S-video input, and that's the one downside of this, is that even though I'm piping in S-video to the TV right now and I can see it on there in high quality, I'm only going to get composite out going over to OBS. So on rare occasions, if I'm going to stream something and I have S-video as an option, I will put S-video straight into this, and then, like for example, the 3DO also has S-video and composite outputs. Same with the VCR. So if I was going to capture VHS or 3DO, I would probably take the S-video and put it directly into this, and then run the composite to the TV. It looks like this TV came out around 1999, which I think is shortly before Sony started making their Trinitrons with the silver face, and started making them all flat screens, and you guys probably know what I'm talking about. So this is kind of the last of the black frame curved tubes. In this range there are several different models, and the only ones that have the video output are these ones with the V. So I have the 27V42. The S models they don't have the video output. and I believe the 27V66 has an additional video input, but I think that might be the only difference between mine and that. These are all 27-inch TVs. I guess that's what to look for if you're looking at Trinitrons. If it has the V in the main part of the model number, then that's a good indicator that it probably has this video output feature.